Have you noticed something strange? During the day, you can almost ignore it, but the moment the house gets quiet, the moment you lay your head on the pillow, it gets louder. Not a little louder, louder. And that's when the fear kicks in. Why is this happening? Is it getting worse? Is this permanent? Here's what most people don't realize. It's not actually getting worse, but your brain is changing the way it processes it, and that changes everything. During the day, your brain is busy. Traffic noise, conversations, phone notifications, movement, light, distractions. Your nervous system is filtering thousands of signals every second. Your brain is designed to ignore what it considers non-threatening. But at night, silence, darkness, stillness. Now there's nothing competing with that internal signal, and your brain does something fascinating and terrifying. It amplifies it. Not because your ears are failing, not because the damage is increasing, but because your brain is trying to make sense of a signal it doesn't fully understand. When external sound drops, internal perception rises. It's a survival mechanism. Your brain is always scanning for patterns. When the world goes quiet, it turns inward. And if there's even a faint neural signal in the auditory pathway, it turns up the gain, like increasing the volume on a speaker. That's why so many people say, it's fine during the day, but at night, it screams. This is not random, it's neurological. And here's the part nobody tells you. The more you fear it, the stronger it can feel. Because fear activates your alert system. And when your alert system is on, your brain prioritizes the sound. It flags it as important, and important signals don't get ignored. Think about this. Have you ever bought a new car and suddenly you see that same car everywhere? It was always there, but your brain started highlighting it. The same thing can happen here. When you start monitoring the ringing, checking it, testing it, listening for it, your brain learns this matters, and it stops filtering it out. This is why some people say it started small, but over time it felt louder. Sometimes it's not that the sound grew, it's that the brain stopped suppressing it. Now here's the hopeful part. The brain is adaptable, incredibly adaptable. Neuroplasticity means your brain can rewire patterns, it can downgrade signals, it can relearn what is safe to ignore. But that doesn't happen through panic, and it doesn't happen by obsessing over the ears, because in many cases, the ears are no longer the main issue. The signal pathway is, the processing is, the gain control is. Imagine your auditory system like a soundboard in a studio. If one channel is unstable, the technician doesn't smash the speaker, he adjusts the gain. He resets the input sensitivity. He changes how the signal is processed. Your brain works similarly. When it detects reduced external input, stress, inflammation, or heightened alertness, it can increase internal auditory sensitivity. That's why it often feels worse at night, in quiet rooms, during stress, when you're exhausted. And here's something even more important. Sleep deprivation can amplify neural sensitivity. So when the ringing disrupts sleep and lack of sleep increases neural sensitivity, it becomes a cycle. Not because you're broken, but because the system is stuck in high alert. The real question isn't, how do I fight the sound? The better question is, how do I calm the system that's amplifying it? Because once the brain stops labeling it as a threat, it often reduces the intensity on its own. Many people try masking sounds or avoiding silence completely, but that doesn't retrain the brain. It just covers it temporarily. The real shift happens when the nervous system moves from alert mode to safe mode, when the brain no longer feels the need to monitor the signal. And when that happens, the perception can change, sometimes gradually, sometimes surprisingly fast. This is why focusing only on the ear can keep people stuck. If the brain is involved in amplifying it, then the solution has to involve the brain. The good news is the brain is not fixed, it's dynamic. It responds to signals, it responds to patterns, it responds to chemistry, which means if the internal environment changes, the perception can change. And that's where most people are looking in the wrong place. They're trying to silence a signal instead of changing the conditions that make the brain amplify it. So if you've noticed it getting worse at night, if you felt that fear when the lights go off, if you've wondered why silence makes it louder, now you understand. It's not random, it's not your imagination, and it's not necessarily permanent. Your brain is doing what it was designed to do. The real breakthrough happens when you learn how to guide it back into balance. There's a specific explanation behind why this amplification happens, and more importantly, what can calm the system that's driving it. If you want to understand what may actually be happening inside your brain right now, and why so many people focus on the wrong target, there's a detailed presentation explaining the mechanism step by step. It breaks down why the ringing intensifies, what your brain is really doing, and what approach is designed to address the root neurological pattern, not just mask the symptom. If you're serious about understanding what's going on and what you can potentially do about it, you can check the full explanation below. Because once you understand what your brain is actually doing, you stop fighting the wrong battle, and that changes everything.